Well, hello and welcome to another adventure. Now, I did say recently in one of my earlier videos from Raven's Roost Woods that I was considering visiting every Wiltshire Wildlife Trust location. And today we're off to a new one for me. So just now, I'm heading down to Warminster. And here we are. Welcome to Smallbrook Lane Nature Reserve. Now, I've never been here before, so I'm not exactly sure which way to go, what I'm looking for. A quick look on Google Maps shows me that down behind me there's a place called the Weir, which is a small stream. Probably around here it'll be a lot more likely to be a chalk stream. It's one of the tributaries of the River Wylie, which along the other way is the Swan, another tributary of the River Wylie, and the Wylie itself is just over that way. So let's go exploring, see what we can see. So that's the Weir. Quite a small stream. It doesn't seem to be chalk at this point, but I'm sure it rose up on the hills where it is a chalk stream. So I'm not sure what to expect here. It is a Wiltshire Wildlife Trust location, but it's the way they manage them. Mostly they are nature reserves, so they do quite a lot of land management, and often they'll clear bits of forest and replant native species. I know they've done that in a few of their locations. So what they've done here, I'm not certain. So let's go and have a look. And just here is the junction of the Weir and the Wylie. And from here on it carries on down through the Wylie Valley. It ends up at Langford Lakes, where I've been many times. Now the Wylie has widened out quite a bit, quite quickly, just over 100 metres or so. The water's flowing quite fast, which is a bit of a surprise. Might be nice to come down here with a kayak. Well, I do kind of like this scene. I love that old stump pointing out. I just wish there was something it was pointing to. Whereas over in this direction, where the river flows down, you've at least got the river. I'm going to take a couple of shots anyway and just see if I can make anything of them. First of all, I want to try and shoot down the river a little. So let's see what we can do with this. Right, 24mm. It's actually quite a nice little scene. It's actually surprisingly dark today, so I'm having to go to ISO 640 to get a 50th of a second at f8. And it seems to have come out all right, although I've got some blinkies in the sky and some of the water reflections. So, we're going to try that again. This time, let's try an 80th of a second. Well, no blinkies that time. I'm not liking this grass sort of encroaching in it at all. So I'm going to have to widen it and get even more of that in, I think. Yeah, something like that. Now I'm going to see if I can get one with sort of getting this stump pointing towards something. Get it on the bottom third. Focus on it. Yeah, again it's nothing really. I'll show you them anyway, and you can decide whether it was even worth standing here for 5 minutes. And let's head back up the other path, which is more through the woodland and further away from the stream. Oh, I love the golden moss on that old tree there. There has to be a shot here. Well, the sky is pure white just now. There's no definition in these clouds at all. It's actually very bright, but there is nothing but solid cloud. So it's a nice soft light, but I'm getting this lovely glow on these mossy branches that are leaning out. Let's just hope that one came out. Might be worth coming back here in the autumn, see if all these brambles ripen. There's something about this scene which catches my eye. I'm not sure what it is. You've got this split fallen tree. I love the way this one is fallen into the Y shape of that other tree. I just don't know if it'll actually make an image, but let's see what we can do. So that was the River Weir side. Now we come over to the Swan side. This one is more meadowland. In fact, I think they call it Smallbrook Meadows. So this side is much more open. I don't really know what I was expecting. This meadows here, maybe a field full of wildflowers or something, but it does just seem to be quite a lot of long grass. If you just look behind me there, you'll see there's very little in that field of any colour or any real description. So let's carry on for a bit and see if we can see anything. After you. Well, we've come to another meadow. This one actually seems to have a little bit more plant growth in it other than plain green. Not sure what they are. Let me flip you around and we'll see if we can see. Now it appears to be some of these things, which I'm going to have to look up and try and find out what they are. So I went on up to the next gateway through the fields, and it's just more of the same. So I'm going to head back towards the van and just see if there's anything I missed as I walked along the pathway. There was one little offshoot where it looked like there might have been something worth shooting. Whether there was or not, I can't say, but I can go and have a look. Okay, so here we are at this little side offshoot that I found on the way through here, and actually I do quite like this scene. There's a lovely bend in the stream coming through here. Comes down from over there, underneath this fallen tree, round a kind of U-bend, and out down the other way, with another rather nice reflection of that leaning stump over there. So I'll try a few shots and see if any other come out. I'm thinking this view here is probably the ultimate, but I might be looking at an ultra wide and getting it all in. Fortunately, I've got the 14 to 35 with me. 24 seems to be okay. I get most of it in at 24. I'm at a 40th of a second, which is probably too dark. Oh no, I can make out most of the detail. Obviously I've blown out the sky, but I'm going to crop that out anyway and go more for a pano type crop on it. Maybe the X-Pan even. So what are my thoughts on Smallbrook Nature Reserve? It's a nicely land managed site, definitely. I think an afternoon is probably the wrong time to visit for various reasons. I got a good one today with this very overcast sky, so a nice soft light on everything. There was no harsh contrasty light. I think as a woodland, it's not that great. As an open meadow, again, it's not that great. I would like to see more colourful wildflowers in the meadows, but can't have everything. I think as far as wildlife is concerned, I know they're doing everything they can to make habitats for water voles. Water voles particularly are, actually I think they're the most endangered mammal in the UK. So everything that we can do for them is probably a good thing. There are supposedly kingfishers here, but I haven't seen any sign of even their burrows. So I just don't know. I think if I come back here, I maybe I'll come back either at sunrise or at sunset, because I feel there might be more bird life around if there's insect life for them to eat. But it's a diverse area. You've got woodland, you've got meadow, open heathland. You've got some of these reeds and teasels just here. And it's fairly close to home. And there's a car park. So all in, it's actually quite a nice place to visit. Will I come back? Probably not until I've been round all of them and see what they're all like. It's definitely a place to consider coming back to, but it's not top of my list. So now we've got the grass cutters out, making a lot of noise in the background. Anyway, we're back at the van. Thanks for watching. Do let me know in the comments whether you want to see me continue around all of the Wiltshire wildlife locations, giving you some idea about each, what they're like, what the similarities or differences are between each one. And maybe at the very end, I might rank them all. Drop a comment down below and let me know. And in the meantime, I'll see you on my next adventure.